Okay, sorry, my whole entire system just crashed there for a second. Not sure what happened with that. Sorry, everybody. Um, Anyways, so if you go ahead, I'm gonna get started again. Sorry, that totally threw me off there. So just wanted to share with you, so the new catalog, we're going to be going over our new releases. And what we do.
Okay, sorry, my whole entire system just crashed there for a second.
And now I can hear myself. Okay, we are going to be editing this for when everyone gets to watch it. So what we have here is, this is our new catalog. I just want to share with you how to find the new titles in your catalog before we introduce you to some of them as well. So if you turn on to page 4 is where it starts. At the beginning of each of our new catalogs, we always go through and highlight whatever the new books are. This is fantastic because if somebody has been to an Usborne party a lot of times, you can be like, oh, you can just check out all the new stuff. It's right there in the very beginning. But the books are also interspersed throughout the entire catalog. So for instance, here, you can see that these here are 2 brand new titles we have as well. But they're put in with their books, which I really like. But I'm sure you really didn't want to know much about the catalog. I thought I would at least get a start so you knew where to go with that. So we're going to start off with one of my favorite new ones here is the baby's very first, oops, sorry, the lighting's not working, baby's very first flashcards. This is the animals version of it. Hang on one. Might just be able to hear. Okay, sorry. Jamie, if you're hearing me, sorry, this is our first time doing it on this format. We wanted to be able to make sure that you were able to see it. So if you can hear me, what you can do is you can just comment in the comment sections if you have questions or comments about anything. But you need to hit the start button up there too. Did you hit? Sorry, but this is something new. We're just trying it out because we can see some benefit to it. But did you hit? Can you? We're gonna have to maybe start from the beginning. Anyways, we'll just keep going. Okay, so I'm going to make it sound like we're starting from the beginning. Okay, sorry. Welcome. We are so excited to be able to show you a lot of our brand new titles for the summer of 2014. What I want to be able to share with you first is our baby's very first animal flashcards. So these are really cute. What I like about these are, like, unlike a lot of flashcards, which are paper and flimsy, besides the fact that they are extremely cute, they are made with foam in the middle, which makes them a little bit more biteable, where, like, they're not going to, like, be able to eat it. Not that you want them to bite it. Don't get me wrong. They're more flexible. They're easier for a little kid to hold. They're not, as you can see, I am actually trying. Oh wow! Finally got it. I was trying to bend it. It took a lot of effort for me to even try to do that. So the point is that for, like, a little hand, they're not going to be easily, like, ripped or bent or anything like that. So this one here just goes through and it shows you a bunch of cute different little animals. You'll recognize some of these animals from the animals, like the little books that we have, like the first black and white book set that they had. Anyway, so they just have a lot of really cute animals in them, and they come in the cute little box that you could still put them probably on a little ring or something like that for the kids as well. The next book, these are not in an age order, they're actually in a order based on their size, just so you know. The next book I have for you is Return to the Lost World. This is a new series called the Luke Challenger Adventures, and what they do is they are taking a lot of our some classic titles like 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, The Lost World. And what they're doing is they're putting kind of in a modern setting, having a kid go into these same scenarios and kind of living out a modern day version of the story. They're really, really interesting. They're going to be great for our middle age, high school age group. So I think this is going to be a fantastic addition to to our older kid chapter series. At the current time, we have 3 of them. I'm going to look at my handy dandy catalog because I don't remember what the other one was. We have 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, Return to the Lost World, and King Solomon's Mines. So that kind of gives you an overview of like the different ones that they have there. One series I was really super excited that we came back with was, because we had this in a different type of a format, is our Look Inside and we have Castle, and we have Our World, and Mummies and Pyramids. This one is a very cute one. It starts with 4 different characters that we're following throughout this entire story, and it just talks about the lives of people who live inside the castle. At the end of the story, this guy right here, Adam, is hoping to become a knight, and in the last part of the book, he actually does become a knight. So it goes through and shows you all the different things that they do to become it, how you lay siege, how you become a knight, all sorts of fun stuff. But again, it has all these wonderful lift the flap pages. And one thing I like about these books, in verses, I guess you could say, our CSI books, is that these are geared for a younger audience. And the nice part about them is that they're a little bit smaller. Our CSI books are more like about up to here. And so this is just a little bit easier for the littler hands and littler laps. You don't have, you have the finger things to help get those out a little bit better. So this is just very good for the younger age children. Another one of my super big favorites here we have is Cow Takes a Bow and Other Tales. So if you have people who are huge fans of Ted and Friends, now they can get Cow Takes a Bow, and what it does is it includes all the 6 new phonics readers that we have, and it puts them in a hardcover combined volume. So the nice part is that this book here is $14.99, and so they're getting all of them for pretty much the price of 2. Just a quick side note, when you go into Order Pro, Cow Takes a Bow combined volume is the exact same price as Cow Takes a Bow library bind. So when you go in and you're going to try to order this one, make sure that you check in it's like the and other tales, and that you're not ordering, because everyone at your show just ordered this. So you don't want to end up with 5 Cow Takes a Bow single title library bound books. You want to end up with this. So that's just a cute little side note that I just wanted to tell you about. I think Beth is here, and she is going to talk about a couple books, and I'm going to go try to answer some of the questions over on the event. So over to you, Beth.
Thanks. Hello, everybody. Can you hear me? Doesn't seem to want to unmute me. Can you hear me? You can. Excellent. Okay. So just recently in my President's Club box, we got some fun stuff, but I also, just in case you guys didn't get your 6, which is fun, if you have the subscription to the last 13, they're all coming monthly, and you can only get it in hardcover monthly, and you're the first people to get it, and it's really kind of fun. And you can catch up with this subscription if you want to be able to catch on to everybody. I'm sure that I may be repeating because I had some troubles with my computer, but did you talk about this one yet? Yes, okay. This whole entire series is really fun because it's a return to, so make sure you know it's not a story retold, it's a different, completely different story, but it's based on the original novels, which is pretty fun. All right, let's see. How about this one? Okay, so A Doodle a Day is a tear-off pad book, and I love our doodle books. I really love our doodle books. I love our doodle books that are actual books because they are really fun because, like you can keep those for a long, long time. You can have those. It could be like a historic record of what you guys, what your child has done art-wise. It's really great. But I also like the kind that are the tear-off sheets. So this is just like, it's made just like the paper airplanes books, and it literally is a doodle a day. So it starts out, and it actually says day 1 and day 2, and it gives you a doodle for every single day of the year. So I'll just kind of flip through that briefly, and you can see it's not too girly, it's not too boyish, it's just right in the middle, and lots of different kinds of activities. things to talk about. There's things about time. There's things about different locations of the world. There's cultural stuff to discuss. Lots of things like that that can really be like discussion starters. And then at the end, this is kind of cool. It says you should exhibit your doodles at the end. And so the last doodle is doodle exhibition, when, where, why. I love to doodle. Design a poster for an exhibition of your doodles. And then there's even the back cover for day 366. So really, really fun book there. And you know, if you know all of those features, it's a lot easier to sell than if you just say, oh, it's a doodle book. Did you guys talk about this yet? Okay, I'm a Dirty Dinosaur. It's getting rave reviews from lots of librarians at different librarian conferences. What's really unique about this one is that all of the illustrations have mud on them. So they're actually made with mud. And it's a cute story about a dirty dinosaur. And then, of course, lots of motion words like shake and those kinds of things, so kids can march and dance around and tap it like a drum so they can make noises with you. Stamp, stamp, stamp your feet in the street, right? Then you're going to move your tail, which is great. Slide like a snail. So you could really have like a whole entire read aloud thing. All the kids in the room could be doing all kinds of motions. This would be really good for a kindergarten teacher or a first grade teacher. And then you're going to go in the swamp, because why? You need to wash up, of course. So really fun stuff. And then the end, you know, he's still like, I'm all clean, but boy, that looks like fun over there. And you could, it's a story starter. Kids could learn to start reading this, and then they could write a story about what does the dinosaur do next and what kid doesn't like dinosaurs. So those are really fun. Did you talk about this? You're about to. You're holding it up. Okay. I will let you go. And I will mute myself.
So I am super excited about this. It is the Usborne Start to Read pack. For those of you who have loved the very first reading set, but some people are maybe a little bit nervous about the price point, this is excellent resource. So what it is, it's a box that, as you can see, just opens up. It'll have stuff in it. I already have it out, just so you know. What you will find in it is the following. You will get an alphabet chart that will show like a dinosaur, and it goes through and gives all these different things that they can use to start learning their sounds. Then it also comes with the Usborne Start to Read activity book. This is fun. It has, as you can see here, different things that they can do. It has stickers in it. Something that is very fun, though, is at the very last page on here. It references them back to the Teach Your Monster to Read website, which my kids are 6, 8, and 10, so I had to remember their ages, 6, 8, and 10, and they're like addicted to this website, and they all can read. So it's really, really super fun, and you get to draw your monster in here and name your monster and stuff, but it's really fun. It has a lot of stickers to go with it. But this is the awesome part about this set, is we have these books in paperback. Very easy for kids to use, but we have 2 book ones. So now instead of just having Pirate Pat and you as a parent having to read that book over and over and over again, and then the kids just memorize it, you're actually being able to alternate it now with Double Trouble. And it's the exact same thing as what Pirate Pat is like in our hardcover very first reading set. But now you have 2 book ones, you have 2 book 2s, we have Captain Mac in with this one with the dressing up box. We have 2 book 3s. We have a Bust for Miss Moss and a Perfect Pet. And we have 2 book 4s, which is Dog Diary and Bad Jack Fox, our little superhero fox over here. So there have been some questions about, well, how do we know which one to sell people then? Because, you know, we don't have another box, so then they're going to have to buy the other box set next. And, you know, that's a really great question. So this is what I am telling people, and it seems to be working, is that we recommend you start with this. these books are going to be so well loved and gone through and used and stuff like that, then when you're done with this set, you can go on to the very first reading set. And yes, you are going to have some books that are going to double up. But if you consider how much you're paying per book, if you use the prices that were on the backs, you actually wouldn't be, it's almost like you're getting those 4 books for free anyways. And at that point, they're going to start being much better readers, and so they're going to you're probably going to want something that's more durable and the hardcover. So you start with this set, and then you can move up to the very first reading set. I am hoping, because I've been stalking the UK website, I just noticed that books 5 through 8 just came out with their second books. So I'm hoping that we will end up with a Start to Read pack number 2. In our next catalog. So I just wanted to be able to share that with you because this is such an excellent resource. Some people were talking about how they have been working with Head Starts to be able to get a set of them with donors for each kid in the Head Start program. Anyways, I just want to be able to show it because that's a fantastic idea. I also want to share Eric Odie's brand new book, Busy Trucks on the Go. I am in love with this book. It's so cute. It's Kent Coletta. I hope I'm saying his name right. But he has got the cutest illustrations. A couple things I really want to point out, besides the fact that we have an amazing double-page spreads, which I always love double-page spreads, is that this book, the hero in it, is the father. It's about a father and his son's relationship. And nowadays, it seems like it's very hard to find books where the father is looked at as a positive role model. And this is an excellent book that we can to point to our kids, because we all know that fathers are amazing and they're, you know, super important part of our kids' lives. Anyways, it just goes through and it just shows all the different trucks that he sees with his kid around town. And just like Eric Odie did in Dan the Taxi Man, he uses a lot of fun words like rumble, rattle, clatter, crash, garbage truck collects the trash. And so it's very fun rhythmically to read. Now there is also, I'm trying to find where he is in here, there is a little ode to his last book. And if you look here, you will find that Dan the Taxi Man shows up as part of the transportation and things that are on the go.
That was the first thing that Ben noticed about that book, I just want to point out. And he also noticed that the seasons change from one instance to the next. So as you are you're starting it, it looks kind of summery to fall, then it goes into fall, then they start wearing jackets and they have coats on. So so it's kind of a nice thing there that it transitions, and that's why Dan the Taxi Man has a Santa hat on at the end. So it's really fun. Have you talked about The Debt yet? Okay, Debt is amazing. It's a great serial novel. Comes in paperback right from the get-go, which is great. And actually, all 6 are out. So one of the things that can be kind of difficult with our serial novels is that they're released 1 book at a time, which is really fun, but can be excruciatingly painful for people who just want to read all of it. Although that can be exciting, because if you can create somebody who's like anxious for a book, that's really great. So The Debt is it's pretty heavy. Okay, so it's kind of like you know, high school topics. It's a beautiful day in paradise. The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, and Dom Silvani, indifferent student and elite middle distance runner, is turning 15. But instead of kicking candles, Dom receives an unlikely gift, an ancient family debt to an organization so secretive and powerful they are known only as the Debt. The Debt's terms are non-negotiable. Dom must master 6 Herculean tasks or they'll take a pound of flesh. And one of the images at the beginning is he actually has a grandfather who has 1 leg. So this is for real, you know, and so it's a heavy subject. And then there's this fun little added thing that my kids found in the corner. There's a little flip movie. So kind of a fun thing there. But I think it's going to be really great for teens, and we need more teen books because we've developed all these awesome, fun, exciting readers, and then they get older and we run out of books for them. Had we talked about this one? Muddle and Match. Okay, so Muddle and Match is a really fun one. It's a mix and match book. You can make up stories as you flip through the pages. You can do them full pages at a time, and you can get an entire, you know, crazy person here, wizard, but you can also change out parts of it and mix them up. And so Edward the Excitable Explorer pleads with Perseus' peculiar parrot to save the world from suspicious spaceships. And what kid doesn't love funny stuff like that? So there's one called Adventure, sorry, singular, and then there's one Dress Up or something like that. So it's kind of like we have a girl and a boy version, but they don't say girl and boy version of them. So that's kind of good. It's a Kane Miller book. And then, have you covered Spooky House? So Billy B is growing up, and as she grows up with her readers, she wants to have more difficult words, longer stories. There's a great little video that we can post on our team page that actually has Sally Rippon talking about these. And it's very scientific, the way that they choose the words that they have on the pages and how many words per page and all of those kinds of things. And so when you consider how much science has to go into what they're putting in these books so that they can be considered the level of reader they are, it's kind of amazing that they end up being a fun, cool mystery story. So these are going to be really good. And it is going to just be on the Billy B side, at least for now. But the Hey Jack people can go ahead because they've met Billy. So it'll be kind of like Nancy Drewish to them. No big deal. What else did you want to show, Alyssa?
This is one of our family favorites. It's the art book about color. My husband is an artist, so we tend to like absolutely anything and everything that has to do with art, and that is one thing I have to say Usborne is extraordinary at, and that is their art resources. So this one here basically goes into detail about how art is used, color, sorry, is used in different art. So it goes through and shows like how the first colors, how art looked at the beginning. Sorry, I'm having to kind of sneak over here and see on the side. But then it goes through and starts showing you how they made paint. But then this is my favorite part. It starts going to each different color. So this is a whole image where it shows, page where it shows green being used in art. And then it'll talk about yellow and gold and all those other things. And then pure color, when you just use one color on art pages. And then just all these different amazing things about it. How you can trick the eye with color and whatever. And then I like this because they actually have a little timeline in the back. And yeah, it's super fun. So just so you know. Then we also have, this is actually the book of the week. So if you go head over to the home office Facebook page, you can steal that and put it on your webpage. You will want to. You want to show this to everybody. This is our mosaic sticker book. This is so fun. What it does is it has all these different scenes that you can see where it'll show all the different shapes, triangles, diamonds, whatever. And then it just has pages and pages of stickers that are in all those shapes. So you can make your image turn into whatever you want it to be. It's an amazing, just fun mosaic that they get to, keep finishing off. And each book will eventually look different because no one mosaic will look the same, which will make it really awesome for people. People are not seeing me. I don't know why. Trying to keep up with over there too. We will go over to Beth again, and I will try to troubleshoot.
I can see you, but yeah, there's a dark little something. But can you guys see me? Because now it looks like there's a dark blank space where I am. Talk about the Wizard of Oz. This was really fun. We went to see Wicked for President's Club at convention, and then when we got back on the bus to go back to the hotel, we had a copy of this sitting. And I don't think this is still available yet, but good to know about it. It's very much like the Heidi in the reading levels, and it's wonderful retelling of the story and fun illustrations. And they did a special shipment just for us because of course Wicked and the Wizard of Oz kind of went together. So they airshipped them. But this should be available very soon if it's not already. Kind of a fun extra original. I'm not sure you guys talked about this one. Okay, big book of little stories. This is one of the ones I got Peter Usborne to sign. So when you come to National Convention, that's always kind of a fun thing, is to have him sign a book for you. And this has a bunch of different books that we've had, some of which we've had as picture books or as early readers. And some were not the square-shaped books, so they had full illustrations that they could put into this one now because it's square. Some they did, like I love the Crooked Man. This is so cool. So we finally get to have like full picture book illustrations of some of the ones that were mostly those readers before, and then it's just, but the like Gingerbread Man, some of them we did have in those larger square books. So this is really nice compilation of a bunch of picture books, which is great, and it's only $21.99. So I think this one and then the 100 illustrated children's stories, they're both yellow, which doesn't hurt, but they're gonna make a nice companion titles, and then this has this cloth kind of retro spine like they used to always have on the, so that it's got that, like, I don't know, there's something, if you really love books, there's something about holding on to that cloth binding, which is kind of fun. So Alyssa, did you talk about this one at all? Whoops. Nope. Okay. Wow, I'm picking all the right ones. So 1,000 Things That Go. This is a fun book about all things machines with wheels and airplanes and things that fly, things that float, anything that moves. It's great. And then there's this amazing index in the back that actually lists like all kinds of stuff, like a police boat and a police bicycle and a low floor tram and a howdah on an elephant and a front mower and a kick scooter and a tadpole trike and a white knight too. Who knew? But I mean, it's like really cool. Like, look at all of these different fighter planes, and they just have a bunch of them. So kids, especially kids who love to collect stuff and that kind of thing, I think this is going to be great. But it's story starters, it's object recognition, it's vocabulary, it's you name it, all kinds of fun stuff. And then, you know, conversation starters, and then like another thing is you can, you know, you go through these kinds of books and you can say, okay, so let's pick something from this page and then skip a couple pages of something from this page, and you're like, okay, so pick two characters and let's discuss how they got from point A to point B using these vehicles, and, you know, just kind of have discussions and stuff. And Alyssa has another book to share.
I'm hoping that this just fixed it. I think I actually have to click between mine and Best Picture because I'm the one behind it, and I've been looking at that the whole entire time, and so I think I just wasn't clicking it back and forth for all of you. So if you can now see me, if you can type on the board, then we'll know that we figured out the system. Yay! Okay, so I am going to share about the Celtic Patterns to Color. This is special for those of us in our company for a multitude of reasons. One, we like coloring books. Two, it's got nice because it's got like the whole history type of a feel to it. This is great for homeschoolers who are learning about, you know, like we'll say the medieval time period. This is good for people who have Irish heritage. Starting in March, it might be a great giveaway or might be a good thing to give to schools. But for those of us who are wanting to earn Ireland, which should be everybody, this is also special because it's Irish. Oh. Anyways, so they have a couple others that they came out with that are in the same. Yay, it's working. I'm so excited. They also came out with Mexican Patterns to Color. So not only do we have Celtic, we have Mexican Patterns to Color as well. They do have another one. It's the Clothes and Fashion to Color. That came out a little while ago, but just as kind of like a reminder of the different ones that have come out. This is another one that I really love. It is Do Nice, Be Kind, Spread Happy. Sorry, I was trying to read backwards on my screen. This is a fun book that is going to be great for so many different people. It is basically goes through and does random acts of kindness type things that you can do with your kids. The fun part about this is you can actually fill in right here the date that you did it. I'm going to be actually offering this challenges on doing these different activities. I am super excited. My kids and I have picked out a couple of them that we're going to start doing, but they just go through and in the, nope, must be in the front. Sorry. They have cute little badges that you can do, that you can cut out for yourself. And it also shows you the website of the lady who did this. It was her 365 days to spreading random acts of cheer all the time. And real quickly, just because you guys couldn't see me because apparently I had forgotten to click off of Beth, this is the art book about color. I'm not going to talk about it a lot because we already kind of talked about it, but just kind of shows you. So here's like the yellow page, color on one, only one color on an image, stuff like that. So really nice. It's a paperback, not a lot of work. And then this is the mosaic coloring book again. Sorry, everyone. And so what you can do is you can see here, it shows you squares, circles, whatever, and then they fill them in with the stickers from this page. So no one mosaic will look the same unless you purposely try to do it. Let's see here. Oh, I'm going to show you one other one. This is my daughter's, one of her favorites that she is picking. This is Christmas Things to Stitch and Sew. A lot of times craft books can be a little hard for younger kids. My daughter is 8. She has looked through this. She is so excited about this because these are very simple things, and they don't show them in such perfect forms. Like if you look at this one here, they're not so perfect that a child doesn't think that they can't do them. So the nice part about this book is it just gives you these fun little craft ideas that they can do around the holidays time. And we've picked out a bunch of them, and we're going to start working on them this summer so that we have them done before Christmas time. But this is going to be a fun new title on. I would actually start really advertising this one probably in like September, October, and giving it and telling parents that they should get it before Christmas because one, the kids can make gifts to give to their teachers or to their Sunday school teachers or their scout leaders or whatever. So it's a good way for kids to be able to make gifts. It will also be a great resource during the Christmas break when they don't really know what to do with their kids. They can also work on fun different craft projects and stuff like that with you. And I would suggest, this is what we did, is picking out a couple things in advance, go shopping so that all the supplies are already on hand for when you need them. And Beth, do you have another one you want to share about? No, I'm going to steal her thunder and I'm going to share a couple more instead. So, okay, so here's, this one is fun. I have not opened it yet, so I cannot show you the inside. But basically what it is, it's those 4 black and white books, animals, babies, going out, and faces. Comes in a cool tray now. It's plastic wrapped. So you can get all of them in one tray. The nice part of this is it's going to make an extremely amazing baby shower gift because they're already kind of like done. You can just wrap it up, ready to go. I mean, they might not want to keep it in the tray afterward, but it's really nice for gift giving. I know when Peter Usborne showed us last year, it seems like trays are becoming one of their new things. He had a couple different other tray systems, so I'm kind of excited about that, seeing what other ones we might be getting here in the future. This is another new fun title. I'm going to actually open it. You guys are so lucky. Sorry. I don't open things frequently because I want to be able to keep them in good condition. This is kind of along the line of thought of like Melissa and Doug. You know how they have those big art pads? This has big drawing and doodling pages. So these are super fun. Oops, sorry. These are super fun, big. So somebody was actually talking about when you go to restaurants, you could fold these up, put them in your purse, and then it gives your kids something fun to color. Like, I know we like IHOP in our house, we'll admit. But it very quickly, they use up all their tic-tac-toe squares and everything like that. So this would give kids something that they can do. It also can become their placemat for afterward. This is a good thing for like if you have customers who go to church. This is a great thing that they could like throw in something, and then the kids can sit there and they can color. It actually gives it a very thick, firm surface. I don't know if you can see that, but you can see that is a very thick back, so it's not going to get warped. You're not going to have to put it on something. So this is a very, very fun coloring thing, and it costs $10.99, which is very, very reasonable. And I think Beth is going to say something.
Yeah. It's kind of neat. You could actually pick out the ones that you like the best, have your kids color them, laminate them, and give them away as gifts to the grandparents as placemats.
Ouch. Okay. Sorry. I've got to get back. I've got to figure out how to go with this back and forth thing. If you liked the book You Choose, it is back. This is great for creative writing teachers. It is great for gifted and talented teachers. It's great for homeschoolers because it can start creative writing. So many things. So now that we had You Choose, well, now we also have Just Imagine. So this is going to help them be able to do deal with things that they, just kind of like thinking and imagining. Sorry, tired. It is Monday. We should plan these calls on Tuesday, so my brain is more together. So it's like, can you imagine being big? And it shows all these scenarios where, like, here it's like the pool is basically his bathtub, or he can watch the planes go by, stuff like that. So what it is it's a great conversation starter again. But a kid could write a whole entire paper about, like, what would it be like to be small? And tell them to look around the house and to bring an object. Okay, so we'll say I brought this cup. Okay, so if I was really small, what would this cup be like? What would I do with this cup? What would, and so it's like you can actually create crazy stories with your kids at night. You can create awesome writing opportunities. Imagine being made differently. So it's like, can you imagine if you were made out of Jell-O or cheese or snow? So it just comes through and just gives you a whole bunch of different scenarios for you to imagine what it would be like. So coupled with You Choose, this could be an entire creative writing class for a homeschooling family. Or if or non-homeschooling family, if your kid just likes to write and they go to regular school, you could be like, hey, honey, why don't you write me a story? And they're like, well, I don't know what about. Say, what if you were small?
Nick Sherrod is a very famous illustrator, so lead with that when you're talking to teachers and librarians especially, because he is very famous. And Nick Sherrod was one of my favorite librarian's favorite illustrators, and she was always so upset because You Choose was only in paperback and they can't buy things in picture books in paperback. And now You Choose came back, but it's in hardcover, so it's fantastic. Yay!
So that's all the books that we are going to share with you for now. And it seems like some of you have been able to see this and some of you haven't. We're going to work on tweaking this out a little bit because I feel like this has a lot of potential. We want some things Join Me is perfect for, as we're giving you different presentations, but there's some things where you actually need to see, like a book. And so we're going to be trying to play with this, figuring out the best way and systems to be able to make this work for everybody. So for those of you who have faithfully hung out with us until the very end, even though you couldn't see me at times, you could only see Beth, or apparently sometimes. Anyways, we appreciate it, and we want to thank you for coming. And this might not go public. We might re-record it because we seemed a little scattered and we were having issues. But thank you for coming to our event, and we hope that you enjoyed getting a peek inside the new titles.